got 7 courses for you. This is going to be the first course, credit check, and they're all right there for free. Now, what we got going is fixing your credit is going to be the first thing that we are dealing with. And my first suggestion when you're attempting to fix your credit, obviously you're going to want to get your credit checked. Credit Karma, easy. But prepaid credit cards, this right here is going to be the key to building your credit, especially if you have bad credit. So stand by. Here, now this self, I like this one right here. Now, I'll be honest with you, I used USAA. That was my bank at the time. I would suggest, like I said, go to your bank and see what they have when it comes to a prepaid credit card, where you're actually going to put the $500 down into it and you're going to use that money for you. So I guess maybe, sorry, I should have gone over that a little bit before I started jumping right into these. But really, the first thing you got to do is get yourself the credit card. Put the little money down. You put 200. Looks like on most of these 500. Really would like you to do 1,000. That's a If you have $1,000 that you can put up to start building your credit, that's going to be the best. So you get this card, you put the money in, and once you put that money in, you can use it as credit. So you'll spend $300, but you will get back. I mean, you're going to start building your credit, and then you'll pay off that 300. Then you'll have that $1,000. It's your money. Once you leave the card, you can get it all back, but it's basically collateral for the bank. Where if you don't pay it back, well, they already got your money. So this is why it's very good for new people who never had credit or have bad credit, because you're putting the money up front. You can also do this for your kids. If you do this for your kids starting out when they're like 15, 16, you can have them at like an 800 credit score by the time they're 18, and they're out hitting the market and they have a credit score where they can get themselves a house, get all this stuff, because that's what all this is for. This is all going to be to get yourself in position to get a better house, because that's really what this is all about. I may need to go back and edit this and put this in the front, but that is why we are all here. We are all here to start getting our credit better, building up our life, building up what we got going on, getting a house, maybe getting multiple properties, maybe getting a side hustle, maybe getting yourself a raise, going to school, getting yourself higher up in your career path, and figuring out how you can get yourself some stability. Do you want to be crazy rich? Yeah. Do you want to be like these Instagrammers, showing off all this money, great, making all these Amazon businesses? That's all great. And those are all hustles that you could probably get into. And those are all things that you probably should look into. But at the end of the day, when you're looking at a good structure to build a family, build yourself out, and be successful at a young age before you're 30, you start building your credit, you get yourself up to a 750, 800 credit score, you get yourself an income coming in. So that whether that's working for someone else, working for yourself, doing a side hustle. I mean, even if you want to start your own business, you may have to work for someone and get that stability, get that experience, get that money in your pocket to where, okay, now I can go and get myself a house. Boom. I mean, I personally don't think renting is the smart thing to do, but you might have to do it like, okay, we're going to rent for a year or two. I know I'm getting off tangent, but I'm just trying to build the bigger picture but this is the credit is going to be, now don't get me wrong, I hate credit. Credit is a hustle. The whole point of credit, and we'll go into this more as I teach you guys more about credit, but I mean, basically there's a part of credit where if you don't have accounts, it's negative against your credit. So it's literally one of those things that it's a hustle. But if you don't have a bunch of money in your pocket just to put out cash, it's a great way to start building yourself up. And especially if you're young in your 20s and you can get a good credit score and get a good little income, and you can buy yourself a house, get your house paid off by the time you're 30, 32, and then you get another place, or maybe you've gotten another place in between that. Like, there's so many different possibilities once you build up that good quality credit. If you do want to start your own business, that literally bleeds over into your business credit. Your credit bleeds over to what your business credit could be. So if you're coming in with a 650, a 700, you might not get as better deals if you are trying to start this business. You're definitely not going to get better interest rates. I mean, I literally just got, I think it was like a 3 point something interest rate because I had an 800 credit when I just bought this house. So it really makes, and that's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I'm going to be saving on my mortgage that I can either put in my kids' 401k, I can put to building their credit, I can put into the business, I can put into my 401k. More money where you can start investing and the government isn't going to take your money. But we're going to go over all this. So I'm sorry this is a little boring right here. Maybe I should have had something better. But this right here, this card looks pretty good. It's a one-time account fee, no annual fees, 12 to 15%. That's about the best that I've seen. It goes all into why they like this card. The Self Credit Card Builder account offers the unique opportunity to grow your credit score by reporting spending habits to all three credit bureaus, which is quite useful as this account does not require any credit history. This account is a great tool for those looking to build credit and practice healthy financial habits. Provides a low barrier for entry as you won't be subject to hard pull on your credit, which I don't really think that matters at this point in your the credit pull I mean, obviously you don't want to have a bunch, but right now you're trying to fix your credit, so they're not worried about pulling for a credit card. But I mean, if you have a bunch, then this is good. So, oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, maybe I was wrong on this one. While you will not actually receive a card to swipe, the Self Credit Card Builder account functions more like a savings account, but with the ability to build credit. In fact, Self will set you up with a small loan with a regular APR 12.3 to 15.9 variable that will be saved in a CD for 12 to 24 months, 25 minimum payment each month. And at the end of the account term, your CD savings will unlock. Well, that's actually kind of cool. So basically you're putting the money into a CD and then you take a loan off of the money that you already have in there. But I mean that's definitely a different option right there. I mean maybe that's why it's a little bit cheaper because they don't have an actual card. But you go down here, all these show no APR, all these different things. Okay, so this is what we call the 30% rule. And after you get the card, after you get the credit card, prepaid card, don't matter, don't really matter. Don't worry about this bronze, silver, gold card. I don't know why they always be doing that, but basically they're trying to show you a 30% credit utilization rule. You never want to go above 30% when you're building your credit. You don't want to go above 30%. You want to stay at 30%. So if you have $1,000 in your prepaid card, you want to spend $300. You don't want to spend more. You don't want to spend less. If you spend less, you don't have enough utilization, quote unquote. If you use too much and you have your credit card maxed out, well, they don't like you seeing your credit card maxed out. They like to see you right at that 30%. You're using it, but not maxing it out. So you want to pay that off. It doesn't matter when they say to pay it off, you pay it off every 3 weeks. So that means you can either spend the $300 over that 3 weeks and pay it off weekly to where you've paid down to that and you haven't used anymore. You paid down that $300 by that third week. Now, the way I did it, I would buy something for $300 or buy maybe within a week, like you spend, tank on the gas, and then maybe you take a girl out to eat, and then maybe buy some presents for, kid's birthday party or friend's birthday party, whatever. You spend the 300 on stuff that you would use. I mean, look, you can go over how you spend your money and all that stuff. I'm not teaching that right now. I'm just teaching the basics, nitty gritty of building your credit. So that's the key is the 30% at the every 3 weeks. All right. Now, this is how to how to actually calculate your credit utilization ratio. I mean, I personally like to keep it easy. You know what I'm saying? I keep it at $1,000. So I just keep it at, the thousand, and then you just do 0.30 times 1,000 is 300. So that's how you figure out how much you need to spend. So if you have 2,500 in credit, 2,500 times 0.30, that's how much you figure you have to spend. All right. Now, don't get that confused with this 50/30 method. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. I mean, this is a good method. Don't get me wrong. You could use this. But like I said, I'm more just worrying about your credit. But with this, it could get a little confusing because you type in 30% method, this does come up. So, um, 30% goes, like you can see, goes towards your wants. I guess that's all right. And 50% goes to your needs: housing, transportation, insurance, groceries, healthcare. And 20% goes towards your financial future: paying down debt, building up your savings. It didn't say anything about putting it into a 401k, so that's not good. And I would honestly like you to put 25% of all your income into a 401k. But we'll talk about that later, because, like I said, this is a 7-step series. This is all going to be different things that I wish I had done when I was younger. It's going to help you guys out. Let me see what we got next here. Okay, yeah, this is another just credit utilization ratio example. You got they're just breaking it down to where it's like you got card two, limits 10,000, you got 8,000, you're using 80%. That's the easy way. You got a little bit. This is a little harder. The 7,000, but it's all, you're basically, if you want to figure that out, you're dividing it by each other. So, and maybe that's wrong, but either way, I like to just do it where I figure out what my credit limit is, and then I just go backwards and say, okay, I'm not trying to figure out on the back end what my utilization ratio is. I want to make sure that I'm at 30% all the time. So that's basically the quick and gist of this one. Um, is yeah, so there's the 30% rule. Is getting your credit card, getting that 30%, and then we'll go over some other things to help build your credit, some other things you can do. I'll have a business credit thing, but overall, this is going to be the important part. Eventually, switching to a regular credit card is going to be important, but you can keep, this as long as you want. Really, I mean, it's going to help you out. It's higher APR, and with the credit card, even after you get good credit, you still want to do that 30%, 30, every 3 weeks rule. You still want to do that. Yeah, I got an 800 credit. Right now, it went down to like a 750. Maybe I'll pull it up here in a second, put it on here. But yeah, so that's what we got going on with it now. So, all right, let's stay tuned for the next episode. The next episode is going to be on once you build that credit, building up to get a house and things like this. I wish I had knew this stuff when I was, 17, 16. Like, kids should be learning this stuff in school. This 30%, 3 weeks, all that 50, 20, 30. We all necessarily agree with that, because you should be putting more into your 401k, but at least put the crap in our heads. So, yeah, hopefully this helps someone. Hopefully I can, get some people rocking. It's all free. Never going to ask anyone for anything. So, I mean, I'm not like the greatest, but I definitely feel like when it comes to building my credit, and once I found out I had 800 credit, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is, yeah, I mean, this is legit, because I got a good credit score. So, I mean, I haven't really done much to do that. I had shitty credit when I came out of the military. So, yeah, I mean, if I can fix it, other people can fix it. It took me a while, but yeah, I mean, you got to eventually get there. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate it. If you, hopefully you've watched the whole video. I appreciate that if you have. If you want to like and subscribe and keep on watching, I'm gonna try and put one of these out. I'm hoping to do it every week. Hoping to get better. Um, and yeah, all right then. Appreciate that. Hopefully, yeah, you guys go out and get that credit card and get your shit together. Peace.